Welcome back again. I know it's been a while since I've put out a little content with you. I was affected. My schedule was affected quite heavily by the recent pandemic. But I'm back here with you, and I want to bring you something really special, something interesting that's come to me recently. Today I'm going to have this be a special episode based around DApp gaming economies. Now, I know a lot of us in the crypto world have heard of, played, and I'm sure are invested in a number of different apps, decentralized applications, uh, as there are a lot of them available out there. Now, I am specifically going to point out a couple that I've come across recently that the reason I say adapt gaming economies is they've actually got built into them an economic system where the players actually interact and trade with each other for products, for different items, different things to benefit their game. Um, I think this is a really interesting concept as it gives you the ability to earn an actual income off of participating in these games. A really interesting concept, and I'll get into it more in just a minute. I have a couple games I'm going to come to cover with you. The first one I really love. Just check it out. I hope you enjoy the show. All right, guys. Our first one here, Chains Arena. This is a really interesting game to me. It's a role-playing arena-style game where you gain your heroes, you level them up, each to have different special abilities. Um, and it allows you to advance further into the game. Now, this one has actually added into it a concept we usually see in gambling applications with profit distribution through their soul token. Now, I played through the beta. The beta is has closed now. The official launch is due by the end of the month. They're planning on, I believe they said the 27th, but of course with anything there can be bugs, challenges, but they're planning on launching before the end of the month, and I am going to, I'm actually going to record, I'm going to participate in this game and record my initial startup so that y'all can see and follow me through. Now, the thing that makes this game so interesting is it incorporates three different blockchains. It gives the ability to interact with this application, this game, no matter whether you prefer the Tron blockchain, as I'm sure I've been a proponent of for quite a while, the Ethereum blockchain, which is a very good, very strong DApp blockchain. It's just not my blockchain of choice. And the EOS blockchain. EOS has a large following in the eastern part of the world, as far as I've been told. I honestly don't know a lot about it. I had trouble getting a wallet. When I was diversifying, I tried to start an EOS wallet so I could check it out, and something about you had to have a sponsor, and I don't know, it was just too much for me. So anyway, Chains Arena, you battle as, let's go ahead and launch in. We're going to play as a guest so I can show you a little bit of how it's set up. And That's already over. That was the beta. Gave over 8,000 USDT in prizes. Loading screen. It actually has really excellent graphics for a lot of dApps that have been coming out. A lot of them have, in my opinion, been quick developments, get done, get it going, and I'm sure uh, in the initial stages, in the initial years of the technology, you're really working on the back end, the calculations, everything the computer does that you don't see, and perfect that. Um, of course, my computer's going to run a little slow. I'm probably going to time cut this right here. See, that was easy. All right, going in here, you actually choose your faction. Now, this is something really important with this game because, as I said, it has built in the profit distribution similar to many gambling dApps, gambling games that are built on blockchain. And the thing about this is the faction you choose, you cannot change, for one, is the only token that you can withdraw. The rest of them have to be respent within game. You do receive distributions of those tokens, but you can only withdraw of your faction. And the winning faction in Faction Wars actually receives, I believe this, I don't know if it's set in stone, but I believe they receive uh, a much higher distribution of all profits. So you want to think about the faction that you want to be a part of. Of course, me, Tron fan. I'll pick Tron and start the game. Now, of course, we're just playing as guests, so you get to see a little bit. This is the challenge system where you go through the worlds. The heroes, you start off with 2 heroes, and this is like your town. This is where you interact with everything. Your mail, everything from your leaderboard, your notices, your wallet. Your wallet is where you go to deposit your currency, and of course, I chose Tron as my faction, so right here it is the only currency I'm able to withdraw. Uh, your soul drops, that's where you handle all your distributions. You freeze your soul token that you earn in several different ways. Um, I more or less mind by playing. You have the Chainopoly wheel, which of course you can play to earn these tokens to spend at the hero market, and you also earn soul tokens. Um, but here is more of what I want to show you, the exchange. Now, all heroes in this game are NFT non-fungible tokens, I believe, if I remember how it was explained to me. So you can actually, if you build up a hero and you make it really strong, you can actually sell it on the market to other players, and they can actually buy in to have a stronger team. So that's kind of cool. It gives you the ability to transfer what you've made, what you've earned in game. So if you spend a long time in game, you know what I'm saying, building up these characters, say you decide to move on to another game, or you get a better hero and you want to sell your lesser one, try to get your recoup what you've put into the game. Right there, the hero market, you can sell it to somebody else, and that's pretty awesome. I see this game potentially going a long ways. Of course, you've got your arena where, of course, look at that. The top three are Ethereum, EOS, and Tron. Tron is number 3. Well, look at that. Ethereum number 1, Tron number 3, OS number 2. Anyway, this is where you go. you match up to fight different heroes. Of course, it gives you some heroes within your range. You want to increase your trophy score, and I believe the trophy score or the team power, one or the other, some maybe both, is how they're going by on faction wars. I think they said it's weekly. I'll know more about that in the near future when it's closer to launch. And of course, I'll let you all know. And of course, if you're playing on the browser like I'm doing right now, you have access to straight to their Telegram chat. I believe it pulls up a widget for it. Uh, right. So I can load that in my Telegram desktop. That's cool. So anyway, it's got Discord, Twitter, WeChat, Telegram. You can actually talk to the people behind it. I actually talk to some of them in Telegram from time to time. I really enjoy this game, so I'm definitely giving my feedback and wanting to hear about the next exciting thing to come. So that's Chains Arena. Chains Arena. Bringing three blockchains to war. So I'd like to see y'all. I'd like to see y'all whether you're into Tron, EOS, or Ethereum. I want to see y'all there to defend your blockchain. Chains Arena. Might as well give you their site. Duh. Anyway, it's chainsarena.com. You'll be able to plug in and play right now. Again, it's the beta's closed, so a lot of your wallet functions just are not accessible, but you can get an idea of how the game is played. And all right, the next game I want to talk about has brought an in-game economy to a whole new level. I know a lot of you have heard of the different farm games they had back in the day where you just click and grow your crops and buy animals and things like that. Well, now they've actually this is one of those that actually gives you the ability to earn cryptocurrency. This is Crop Bytes. It's built on the Tron network, and I'm going to go ahead and play their video in the background while I'm talking about it. This uh, see if we can get you a little bit more information by Unity. Now, Crop Bites, I've actually played this for a little while. Of course, I start off with a starter pack. I did put just a little bit of TRX in just to see how it goes. As far as the UI goes, it it needs improvement. It is still under development. I still love the game. I'm still playing it every day. And I was actually told by someone on their team just randomly that they have a new 3D version in the works, and I can't wait to check that out. But anyway, built into this, you have a few different things. Of course, you have to have different resources to grow different items and to have different animals who take different foods. Now, of course, you can actually buy those or you can grow them yourself. This is pretty much just like a real life economy. Um, and that's what makes it so awesome. You start off with a chicken, a goat, and a cow. And you start producing your milk and your eggs and you sell them on the market to produce your TRX. You grow your corn. You get one field, grow your corn to grind into feed. And if you don't put anything in, it's going to be a really, really slow roll, but it can be done, but it's going to take forever. But once you get in there, you start producing things called game cards. And last I checked on the exchange, the built-in exchange, a game card transfers for about 0.55 TRX, give or take, something like that. So you have two game cards, and you have a one Tron token. Now this um, now a couple different things. I'm going to go ahead and play that video again. I want to make sure you catch everything, and I get to now. You have the gold card or the game cards. Of course, you get to also use them to trade for new animals, new crops. and there's just so much to it. You have your goat's milk, your cow's milk, your eggs, your game cards. You can do wheat, barley. Certain animals take different food. Barley, they produce more milk or take more to eat. And you got apple trees and pear trees, and you have to have water too. So you have lakes and wells and different things that produce water that you can have. And once you get further in, you have something called a superhero that just gives you power boost pretty much for all your different things. But the main thing is that you get to breed your animals. Well, I haven't got to do this yet. This is something I read, and something about gestation is about 50% of the time of the actual living animal. So that's interesting as well how they got that in there. And of course, you breed your animals, and then you get to sell them on the market. So this if you participate works just like the real world market. You have to have certain resources to produce certain items that you can sell for certain amounts of money, and you can ask more and you can ask less. You can undercut to try to you get to set your own price. It's really amazing. Y'all should check this out. It's Crop Bites by Unity, and again, I have a little trouble with the touchscreen as of right now, but being fresh in development and already, as far as I'm concerned, fully functional, fully working to the back end. Um, but yeah, a couple great games again with built-in economies. That was my main thing. A built-in way in your games to produce an income for the effort that you've put into it. Now, you've seen a lot of people that do your World of Warcraft, farming gold, making items, selling them in game. This makes it easy because it's built into the game and you can do it all one-stop shop. But this has been the Crypto Report. I'm Adam. Man, I hope you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Good seeing you again.